What's up, guys? Making a quick video. Just I've been thinking about this for a long time. It's regarding Professor Jiang. He's a Canadian professor that deals with game theory, international politics, stuff like that. He's predicting kind of World War III, the Iran conflict, Israel, all this stuff. And some of his predictions seem to be coming true. But I was on Reddit as well, and I saw a post about this guy saying multiple predictions about 2026 are lining up, and it's honestly starting to freak me out. WW3, World War III, alien invasions. That has nothing to do with alien invasions, but clickbait. But check it out. So, here are the two core ideas. The Middle East conflict is beginning of something much bigger, literally or metaphorically, the end. 2, a civil war in the United States. Here's Chris Bledsoe. Who is Chris Bledsoe? Hang tight here. I haven't heard of this guy. It's a UFO experiencer, strong believer in God. Okay. So this guy, Chris Bledsoe, claims he's been in contact with a being called the Lady. He says that around 30 years ago. Okay. That he was told that near Easter 2026, events would unfold that would change the world as we know it. He claims evil forces are trying to recreate events from Revelation, trigger end times. What's even strange is that there have been reports from military whistleblowers saying that they were told they're essentially fighting a biblical war. That's what Professor Jiang was saying, that they're fighting a biblical war, and it all has to do with Israel and the Antichrist. Hold on, I'll tell you, it gets crazy. Hold on. According to him, Israel and the U.S. would strike Iran, leading to a nuclear event. You know, a nuclear war. I mean, I don't know about that, but maybe someone using nukes. That's a possibility. I think maybe Israel might nuke Iran. Maybe just a small tactical nuke, or maybe a few nukes. People have been saying it. A lot of people on YouTube, political analysts. So, according to him, Israel and the U.S. would strike Iran, leading to a nuclear event, but that non-human intelligence would intervene to prevent total destruction. So, aliens are gonna prevent human destruction. Okay, that sounds kind of far-fetched. Okay, now Professor Jiang, this guy's my boy. This guy's pretty. Have you watched his videos? Like the way he talks, like this guy, like he's on point. He's a smart guy, but I love the way he talks, man. Professor Jiang prediction. So he's a Chinese Canadian professor, studies historical war patterns. About a year ago, he predicted the US and Israel would attack Iran. Yep. The US would not win. Damn. It would trigger economic collapse. Kind of sounds like what we're going through now. It will lead to civil war in America. Ouch. And the US would lose its superpower status. That's kind of what's happening now. I mean, we are getting weaker. I mean, our economy sucks. Gas prices going up, cost of food going up. People pretty much hate each other, like left, right, center, like, and our allies. Trump kind of like made our allies hate us. I'll just say it. So that's Professor Jiang, and then there's a 4chan post by this guy named MJkiiller. This is he's saying that this is the craziest theory. The 4chan user MJkiiller claims to have access to documents tied to Majestic 12. Those are like the people in control of disclosure, like the elites that know all about the aliens, the supposed like aliens that we've been in contact with, like ever since Roswell, etc., etc. So read about it, Majestic 12. I need to actually look into it. I've read of it. I know the gist of it, but I kind of don't. But I need a refresher. So he posted a detailed sequence of events for 2026, basically a step-by-step escalation of global war, collapse, and eventually a one-world government. So 2026 is setting us up for a one-world government. Some highlights from his theory: the U.S.-Israel strike in Iran, oil crisis and global blackouts, massive naval conflict. That's the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. civil war and internal collapse, NATO fractures, alliances shift globally, multiple invasions across Europe and Asia. limited nuclear exchanges, then a staged alien invasion. Oh crap, maybe it is pertaining to alien invasions, followed by population collapse and centralized control. He even claimed billions would be dead by 2027. Okay, I don't believe that one. Okay, so here's what the Reddit poster's saying. These predictions were made at different times by different people using completely different reasoning, yet they all point toward a similar chain of events starting in the Middle East and ending with global instability and internal conflict in the US. So now it seems the early stage pieces are starting to look familiar. The war in Iran. I didn't see this coming at all, and it came out of nowhere. So, is anyone else seeing how these overlaps are lining up? So, different sources, a contactee, Professor Jiang, and then the 4chan guy, the 4chan leak. And they all point toward a major Middle East conflict involving Iran, U.S. decline or internal collapse, possible civil war. So I kind of want to make a video about this. Actually, I was thinking about making a video about Professor Jiang, but this kind of actually sums it all up. I don't know about those other theories like the 4chan guy or like the Chris Bledsoe guy, but this is what Professor Jiang has been saying like this whole time, that the US and Israel are going to attack Iran. It's kind of a biblical war because some people in the military, they believe in this, like, I guess this theology, like Israel has to be attacked to bring back Jesus Christ. Yeah, that sounds insane. I'll just say it. It sounds insane. But that's what Professor Jiang's saying. He's also saying that the world's controlled by elites, Illuminati, Jesuits, stuff like that, billionaires. And now these other people, this Chris Bledsoe guy, I don't know. Let's just see Chris Bledsoe. I'm going to open it up.
The famous
I'm gonna search this guy, Chris Bledsoe. Wikipedia. And Wikipedia is not always correct. It's like 50-50, but you can always like track the sources. So I'm gonna see what it says about him. And he doesn't even have a Wikipedia. Who is this guy? Chris Bledsoe is known for Ancient Aliens, Beyond Skinwalker Ranch, the Extraterrestrial Species Almanac. He doesn't have like a proper bio. Right, I'm gonna type in who is Chris Bledsoe. This is what it says in the top Google search. It says Chris Bledsoe, a deeply religious family man and successful business owner from North Carolina, was on the verge of the unthinkable after losing everything in the 2007 financial crisis and suffering from a debilitating chronic disease. That's a headline. That's like a headline for business, right? So, but who is he? So it's kind of hard to find like a proper bio on this guy. And that just raises some like red flags for me. And he's written some books, but like if you like try to do like a Wikipedia or quick search of like who he is, nothing really comes up other than he's like a UFO guy. He wrote the book UFO of God, the extraordinary true story of Chris Bledsoe. And then it says like overview, Chris is a UFO experiencer and strong believer in God, blah, 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 blah. Is Chris Bledsoe's story true? Okay, here's another. Who is Chris Bledsoe? Chris Bledsoe is a UFO encounter claimant. So he supposedly encountered UFOs. He reported UFO experience in 2007 while fishing, which he says cured an illness, led to spiritual awakening. Bledsoe speaks at events, writes, and studied by scientists. So he's studied by scientists. Government agencies and religious groups have shown interest in his case. I need to look into him. So he's a UFO guy. I guess he was abducted or claimed to have contact with like extraterrestrials or UFOs. So that's him, and he's theorizing about the end times. So that's him. Let's go back to the other people. Let's just get the 411. You guys probably don't even know what that is. Let's get the data on who is Professor Jiang. He has a proper wiki. Okay, so Jiang, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Yuquin. I don't know Chinese, man. So, is a Chinese Canadian educator, commentator, and YouTuber in the 2000s. He was involved in education reforms in China. Since 2022, has worked as a teacher at Moonshot Academy High School in Beijing. He's also known for his YouTube channel, Predictive History, in which he styles himself as Professor Jiang. Born in China, Guangdong, immigrated to Canada. Then he won a scholarship and attended Yale, smart guy. Let's see. Okay, so he's not even a professor. Okay, wow, this is actually raising some more, is giving me some more insight and raising questions. He calls himself a professor on YouTube. I mean, his education's Yale College, like English literature, so he knows how to spin a nice tale. He's obviously a businessman. I mean, he has a big following on YouTube, Substack. Let's see his YouTube channel. Chang is the creator of the YouTube channel Predictive History, which he launched prior to 2024, which he styles himself as Professor Jiang. Okay. Jiang's geostrategy episode, the Iran Trap 2024, that's when he's talking about Iran, has attracted international attention, predicting the re-election of Donald Trump in 2024, escalating U.S. involvement in conflict with Iran, and eventual U.S. loss in a prolonged conflict, the first two which have come true as of 2026. So the first two which have come true as of 2026. Damn. While some media outlets describe Jiang's lecture on Iran in 2024 as prophetic, earning him the moniker Nostradamus of China, others criticize the predictions for relying on selective historical analogies, speculative game theory reasoning, untestable assumptions. The Free Press described Jiang as a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, he does sound like one. Who promoted conspiracy theories about the Illuminati, Freemasons, Jesuits, and Sabbateans. I think that's how you say it, through his YouTube channel. Yang Mang, assistant professor at Peking University, writes that Jiang has promoted conspiracy theories relating to Israel, such as claiming that Israel's practiced ritual child sacrifice in the Gaza war, claiming that Israel has practiced ritual child sacrifice in the Gaza war. See, that's what I like about Wikipedia. It's not going to give you like the hard, definitive like proof of, or bio of a person, but at least gives you some like bullet points you can research later. Some of this sounds right, and I can follow up with this, but that's Professor Jiang. And who is this MJkiiller 4chan guy? Oh, snap. It's taking me to archives4plebes.org. I don't go on 4chan. I've known about 4chan since like 2011. People have told me about it. It's just a really weird ass site. Like, I just go there and like I see like cool pictures and stuff, and I guess like it was like B, like 4chan B or whatever you call it, like Pole B or whatever. Some really crazy stuff on there, like kind of like demented, like I guess degenerate stuff. A lot of races there, dude. Like, what the heck? But yeah, I don't really go there. I mean, I'll like click on it and just like someone post a link or whatever, or if I'm looking up stuff like every blue moon or so, but that's it. Okay, I'm reading it here. So this is the 4chan leaker. A few months back, I leaked the WW3 operational plan that was given to me straight from Mark, but since our insider saw my thread and told me they have made some changes to what's coming, this is my WW3 thread. So basically, the MJ12 group's about to blow the dome of the rock and start WW3 interrupted next year with a fake alien invasion. Like I said months ago, these are all my threads before and after the secure tripod. Before and after the secure trip code, I first came out in February and 4chan. This guy can't even write, and like he's writing, the grammar's off. It's like all lowercase, not even like commas or anything. Like the heck's this guy doing? It looks like he's just like, it's either like he doesn't even care about like what he's writing, or he just like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to like insult people, but yeah, it doesn't seem like he can write or intelligently or whatever. Let's just see, dude. He's making predictions. So Iran retaliates and Trump strikes back the Israeli masters. Iran then strikes every single oil and gas field in the Persian Gulf. This was written in June 2025. So this was written last summer. America arrives at 2 aircraft carriers in front of the Strait and a 3rd in the Red Sea. At least 2 aircraft carriers get sunk. There's a reason Millennium Challenge 2002 Iran war game was leaked. MJ12 did that on purpose to give Iran an insight to how they could dismantle the U.S. naval power through hit-and-run suicide tactics. They don't follow the exact plan, but they innovate on it. See, this guy has like a lot of typos and errors on it. It makes me think like he's just typing stuff up and not even like thinking clearly, and I don't know. There's a reason why Trump, Hegseth, and Rubio are in control. They are the perfect war hawks. That's kind of true. The perfect puppets, and they will literally destroy America for the sake of Israel. The U.S. tries amphibious invasion. The first one fails. Massive casualties, I mean massive, are the result of the failed assault on the 2 aircraft carriers. They try the second one, it works, but the casualties keep on mounting. They take the oil fields and cut Iran from their main energy source. Right before America secures that, that's kind of what's happening now. We're hitting up the Karg, the island. What is the Karg Island? And I guess Trump's gonna try to secure that. He's gonna send some Marines over there, the Devil Dogs. Right before America secures the oil field, starts to head inland of Iran. A civil war breaks out in the United States of America, courtesy of MJ12. I don't see that happening, man. Like, I mean, I know like people don't like each other. Like right now, like people kind of like beefing the left and the right, even the center. But it's not at that level. I don't think it's not even near that level. Sure, people like talk crap, talk smack. I've got a lot of buddies, a lot of friends that are super left and super right, but I guess we get along. But civil war, I don't see. And by the way, I'm in California, so I know people talk crap about us, but it is what it is, man. They hate us because they ain't us. But yeah, I don't think we're at that level yet for civil war. Okay, then America pulls back, leaves the Middle East for good. Turkey invades Kurdistan. Israel and Egypt go all. No nukes yet. Okay, and this is where I skipped this part, and this is where an anon or whatever with the dream comes in. Yes, they do take the White House and the rest of DC. Yeah, right. They take the White House, the rest of DC, but they don't do much fighting aside from initial skirmishes, and the U.S. will just break off into 2 states. And the anti-war faction, Democrats and some cons who are against this war, the ones that take control of DC, they're going to take control of Washington, D.C. Yeah, right, my friend. Hell no. 2 of the 7 fleets join them, aside from a large number of military officers and soldiers who are against this war. Doubt it. China invades Taiwan and Guam. That's actually could be possible. North Korea invades South, engages the Americans that are left there. Japan tries to help but won't do much. India versus Pakistan. China goes down. The whole Asian continent is in flames. Man, this guy should write a book, dude. This is like kind of exciting stuff. If you kind of, if it was like a Clive, what's that guy? John Grisham? No. Who was that? Clive Cussler? Is that the author's name? Yeah, it sounds like a Clive Cussler novel. It's like Rainbow Six. I think he wrote Rainbow Six. All those like adventure novels like Inca Gold. Damn, I remember reading those when I was a kid. Sahara. That was a good movie. It's based off the book. But anyway, and then he made Jurassic Park too, right? Who wrote Jurassic Park? Michael Crichton. That's another good author, yeah. Okay, anyway, so also parallel to the events of China, US, and Iran, US, Russia will see the current global events and make its move. Russia and Belarus invade a small part of both Poland and Lithuania to bridge the gap between Belarus and Kaliningrad. They link up. Then they do a pincer maneuver. They attack. Dude, these guys' imaginations, man. I wish I could, if I had that imagination, I'd be writing a book or like making a movie or script or something. They attack the Baltic states. They've been cut off from Kaliningrad in the south. Another Russian army from the north invades through Estonia. They get bogged down, and NATO won't respond as people think. I'm gonna skip ahead because this is getting long. But there's civil unrest, civil war breakout in France, Germany. Blah, blah. Let's get to the good part. Let's get to the nukes. I'm gonna fast forward this. Mexico and most Central and South American too, with exception of Argentina, will ally with the Chinese and Russians. Ooh, Mexico and Central America and South America, Peru allying with the Chinese. Actually, the Chinese are actually in Peru right now. They have a lot of their shit. They're actually like jacking our fish. I'm Peruvian, by the way, but they're like jacking our like fish over there, man. Our fisheries, and then we're making like pacts with them, like partnerships, and they're probably screwing us over there too. But anyway, so it looks like South America and Mexico, Central America teaming up with China, and then let's see here. They will invade Anonsen 2016. Okay, he's wrong, but the nukes won't go off. In Texas, it will be all over the world, all tactical nukes. Tactical nukes. A major nuke accepted to see this guy needs to check his spelling, his typos. We'll be used. Okay, it says one major nuke will be used in the European front. And it's going to be the Tsar Bomba. That's, if you guys don't know what that is, the Tsar Bomba is like the most powerful nuclear weapon ever created. It's like 80 megatons. And if you go type in Tsar Bomba, the way you spell it is TSAR. It's made by the Russians. It's like 80 or 100 megatons or whatever. But if you type in the videos on YouTube, that thing was so powerful that like the plane that like dropped the Tsar Bomba when they're testing it out, they actually had reduced the payload of that bomb. It's supposed to be like 100 megatons or 80 megatons, but they made it 50, but still powerful as heck. But it was so powerful that the plane, that they had to put a parachute on the bomb, and then like the plane barely made it out of there because it was such a powerful blast that like if the plane wasn't fast enough or didn't get enough speed to actually fly away, it would have been destroyed. But that was like a reduced version of the Tsar Bomba. If it was the actual Tsar Bomba proper, like the 100 megatons or whatever that they wanted to use, that plane would have, died, or the plane would have blown up. An invasion of U.S. soil will be like the poster said. Wait. And the rest will be tactical nuclear warheads, and they will be anywhere between 50 and 150 warheads. They will mostly get detonated high in the atmosphere. You don't detonate a tactical nuke in the atmosphere. I think you just detonate it at like ground troops, or I could be wrong. After 3 weeks of worldwide nuclear detonations, they will show up. Ooh, they. Are we talking about aliens? I guess so. After 3 weeks of worldwide nuclear detonations, they will show up. MJ12 will release its PLFs. The anon was wrong, though. They can be killed by using high caliber guns. You just have to shoot them in the head and stomach, and that will disable them. Dude, this guy's got such an imagination. Although they can run extremely fast, that's true. They're going to be out in major cities and coastal areas. Like I said, major population centers. I'm the coast, so good, man. Come after me. Parallel to this, the American military forces will be rounding up survivors unless some of them so-called fight, but most will be sent off to concentration camps, disguised as refugee camps. In the camps, they will put two categories, undesirables or useful. Most will go to the first. By the end of 2027, so here's the good part. Not the good part, but the juicy part. By the end of 2027, 5 billion humans will be dead. The fake aliens will be defeated with the help of the good. By the help of the good, real aliens, and we will be a one world government under the UN Secretary ran by MJ12 and part of the GFL. But that doesn't mean we're going to be all right. No, far from it. You have to remember that most of the survivors will not be able to go back to civil life after the shit they've been through. The PTSD alone will F them up for good. By the way, the Dome of the Rock will explode after the Israeli strike. And like I said, get ready for the false flags and assassination attempts. By the end of this, Trump will be a... I'm not going to say that, but at the end of this, like, Trump is going to be something. But okay, so... Interesting. What a story. But yeah, so... It was a good read. Yeah, so I've been watching Professor Jiang's video. I didn't know about this other stuff, like this Chris Bledsoe character, and also the MJkiiller 4chan. What I think about this, I don't believe anything about the Chris Bledsoe stuff. Maybe like 1% of that maybe is possible. The 4chan, or no. The Chris Bledsoe stuff, let me see. Actually, that's more believable. Chris Bledsoe is kind of similar to what Chang's saying, but this MJkiiller 4chan guy, yeah, right, dude. But yeah, just look up Professor Jiang's theories on YouTube, like his videos. Pretty, I think he's making some good observations. But like the Wikipedia page was saying about him, like some people say he's a conspiracy theorist. Obviously, he's doing it for views too. So yeah, a lot of people say crazy stuff for views. So that's all part of the game. It's part of the game, part of being a player. So yeah, but very interesting stuff. But those are some predictions, I guess, on this Reddit post. Multiple predictions about 2026. Very interesting reading. But yeah, you guys look it up. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this stuff? I think that one headline when I saw about the freaking, I guess the military, they were being told that the war for Israel is going to bring about end times, and I guess like what's his face, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name right now, but Pete Hegseth or whatever. He's actually like I guess propagating that. And like I guess some commanders are saying that that's what's happening. I mean, that's what's gonna happen. They're telling their troops, "Hey, this is the end times. This is for Israel. Like this is gonna bring back Jesus Christ." Some of the commanders. So he's saying the commanders are like telling their troops that. But I was looking that up when that first came out in the news about like a week ago, and I guess like some people were saying that yeah, when they were in the military, like there's some veterans saying that when they were in the military that some people actually thought like that. That's kind of crazy to me. But very interesting read. In regards to all this, I believe maybe 35% of it. And that's mostly the Iran war. Everything beyond that, nah. But yeah, I think we just need to be careful. Need to be careful in Iran. And we need to really stop messing stuff up. It's not good that, the economy's crashing. World economy is crashing, price of oil, cost of living, food prices. But anyway, you guys know what's happening. I don't have to explain it. What do you guys think? Drop your comments. I want to, hear what you guys are thinking. I didn't even know about these other predictions. I knew about Jiang. I didn't know he wasn't a professor. You see, that's the thing. People, human beings, we always take shortcuts. If somebody calls himself a professor, you're gonna just give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, this guy's a professor. This guy, he went to Yale. He's not a professor, though. He calls himself the professor. It's like that one guy, like Bill Nye the Science Guy. Like you think he's like a scientist, and he just has a college degree, like a BS. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Look this up. Title of the Reddit post: multiple predictions about 2026 are lining up, and it's honestly starting to freak me out. WW3 Alien Invasions. Yeah, you guys take care. Have a good night. Peace.